All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are watching today's video. Thank you for being here with me. I'm Laura Souza, and I just thought it'd be fun to journal together. So I'm going to show you what I do every day. And yeah, because it's been 2 weeks since I put out a video, and it's just been a bit of a blur, and I've been busy and just remembering to slow down and enjoy life, even though that's what I did over the last 2 weeks. But it was just different. I just feel like I was like moving a lot and just doing a lot of things. And um, our 10-month-old is pretty much on the go all the time. And yet again, we rearranged the house. So she can learn how to walk and not feel confined. So, all right. I think to ground myself, I just wanted to journal. So let's journal together. Okay, so one of the first things I do is I go into my book, Everyday Radiance by Heidi Rose Robbins, and this is 365 zodiac inspired prompts for self-care and self-renewal. So here it is. It's awesome. And today is May 6th. And this one's titled The Garden, and I just thought I'd read it to you and tell you what goes through my brain as I read it. In the children's book Frog and Toad Together by Arnold Lebel, there's a story called The Garden. In it, Toad wants to plant a garden. He plants seeds and then tells the seeds to start to grow. He paces and waits and then shouts at the ground. He wants the seeds to grow. Frog tells Toad he may be shouting too much, that his seeds may be afraid to grow. Frog suggests leaving them alone for a few days. He suggests letting the sun shine on them and letting the rain fall on them. Toad reads a story to the seeds. He sings songs, reads poems, and plays music. Then finally, he is exhausted and takes a nap. When he wakes, little green plants are coming up out of the ground, and Toad is delighted. So, my friends, let's not shout at our hardworking seeds. Let's sing to them instead. And when we feel most anxious, let's take a nap and let a little magic unfold. Just really like this. And one of the things that I'm going to write down is just this reminder to, slow down, enjoy things, have fun, be more lighthearted about them. And as we're growing something, whether you're writing a book or poetry, or you're creating a new piece of music, or gosh, growing your business, nurturing your child, no matter what you're doing, or you're maybe doing something for yourself, yelling at ourselves, that negative self-talk that happens in our head, this is just reminding me that there's no place for that, for growth. And yeah, be kind to ourselves. So then every morning, I write 3 things down that I'm grateful for. And the first thing I am writing down is my coach. I'm grateful for my life coach. I've been with her for over 10 years, and it's just been such a wonderful sounding board. And she just creates this safe container for me to express myself, talk about things that are bothering me, anything like that. It's really, it's just been the best. And she teaches classes too that I attend every week or so, every couple of weeks. And it's all virtual. It's just been great. That's one person. I'm also grateful for slowing down, because even though I was busy these last couple of weeks, I was able to slow down this last week. I was very mindful of slowing down and then accepting where I am. That's something I'm grateful for, accepting where I am in this moment as a person, like a mom, financially, career-wise, all of those things, whether they're quote unquote good or bad, like this is what I'm grateful for. So those are my three things for now. Some days are harder than others. I'm always grateful for my children and my husband and my family, but I'd like to find other things too that I'm grateful for. And then the next thing I do is I check in with my body and I do a little body scan. So I'll just talk you through what I do. So whether I'm like most times I'm just sitting down in this super cozy chair that we got from Pottery Barn Kids. And it's just awesome. This is not a plug for them, but it's just such a cozy chair if you ever need a good rocker. Okay. So I close my eyes and I just check in with my breath. And I accept where my breath is right now. And I feel it going through my nostrils, my nose, chest and belly, and then back out through my mouth or nose, whatever feels good for me in the moment. And then I start in my mouth and I just become aware of sensations in my mouth, into my jaw, up into my ears and my eyes, my forehead, scalp, any sensations going down my neck, into my shoulders, starting with my right arm, shoulder and arm down to the fingertips, left shoulder, arms and fingertips. Sensation in my upper back, middle back, lower back, and buttocks. Just channeling it down. Front of my torso, chest and belly, pelvis. And then into my right leg with my hips, my right hip into my thighs and my knees, calves, feet, and toes. And then in my left leg with my hip into my knees, down to my feet and toes. And then a few more breaths, just becoming aware of sensations in my body. And then the next thing I do is open my eyes when I'm ready. And the things that I've noticed are I have some tension in my right shoulder. I have tension in both hips. I'm like a little, I don't know, just like I've got some like tingles, like good tingles in my jaw. So from there, I go into this book, Louise Hay, Heal Your Body. And this just provides me with some insights as to what those areas could mean. So I go to shoulders and hips. Let's go to shoulders. Well, shoulders represent our ability to carry our experiences in life joyously. And one of the things it says that we can make life a burden by our attitude. And carrying like joyfully also makes me think of like carrying the weight of the world. But over the last 2 weeks, I definitely tried to, yeah, I definitely tried to do that a lot. Trying to control things just to help with some anxiety. So that's an emotion I've been experiencing, and I have a little anxiety now. Mostly happiness. That's another thing I do next. I check in with my emotions. Whatever pops in, pops in. I just got some anxiety and happiness and like some silliness. I'm a little silly today. It's like really joyful, silly kind of thing. And then I just check in and be like, why am I experiencing these? Why am I experiencing these emotions? These feelings in my body, like where are they coming from? And then when I go to hips, it carries the body in perfect balance, major thrusted moving forward. So what I like to, I try to go with an opposite, of opposite truth, something a little more positive to help with this. So I'm recognizing that like I'm trying to be a superhuman and just super mom through the weeks and the days as my husband's schedule gets busier and busier. He just has more rehearsals, more concerts as the season comes to an end, and then he has 3 weeks off, which is great. Um, Before his summer season starts. But these last few weeks, I'm more hands-on with the kids and doing a lot more. So just remembering like I don't need to do it all. I can ask for support and help from him more. I can ask for my parents. I can structure our day to do things like this with my kids. I don't have to fix everything, I don't have to entertain all the time. Like they can be bored. That's one of the things I've been telling them. Like it's okay to be bored, where your creativity comes from, and just figure out how to play by yourself. And most times, Scott will say, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. And we talk about it, but it's just a reminder for me that like I don't need to have all the solutions. I don't have to fix everything, whether it's in my personal life or at work. I just talking about it. And then this balance, this alignment for my hips. I think I've just been kind of muscling through a lot of things. And that's where like, yeah, just like trying to control things and like make everybody else's world easier. Yeah. Okay. So from there, I talk about any limiting beliefs I may have and fears I check in with myself that could be affecting my day, anything like that, or just things that I have. One of them is that I have to take care of everybody all the time and myself. Like I need to do everything all at once. It's like everything has to happen at once, or it's just not going to happen. So this all or nothing mentality is something that I'm working a lot on right now. And so that's one. I'm just going to breathe in that in because, yeah. So when I identify, I don't know about any of you, but when I identify something, become aware of something that I know is holding me back or something like I need to work a little bit more on, I get chills all over my body, all over my body. And when I just checked in with this all or nothing mentality, like it's all over my body. So to me, that means I'm going to be working more on this week and today. So I'm going to just focus on that one. And then I go to a truth, an opposite truth, something that is already true in this moment. And I may not believe it right now, but it's something that's going to help me start shifting this pattern for myself. It's okay. So then I just kind of brainstorm a little bit on what it is. Like, it's okay for me to do one thing at a time. It's okay to do less. Yeah, it's okay to just be. I like doing this. I like this brainstorming practice because when I first started doing this, I tried to make all my truths and figuring everything out perfect and just I was trying to get it set. Like this is what it has to be, and it can only be this one, right? But that's not the case. I have far more creativity when I'm not being perfect, when I'm just going with it and being fluid and free and just becoming more in alignment with my truth, with my soul. And actually, that's where the hips come in, is my alignment with accepting where I am in my place right now in my life and what I'm doing. So this is what goes through my head as I journal. It's wonderful and it's really grounding and it's a beautiful way for me to connect with myself every day. Okay, so then the next thing I do is I tap into my wants, needs, and desires. So my desires are long term. My wants and needs are more short term. That's how I think about it. So a want and need for me today is to just be outside. It's beautiful today in Columbus. Beautiful. We're going to try to hit a farmer's market, and we have friends who are visiting in town from New York, and I'm so excited. So we're going to do a farmer's market, and then we're going to tap into maybe like a local festival or something, and just hang out outside, and then some live music. I was going to my husband's concert tonight, so I'm pretty pumped about that. I haven't seen him play in forever, and I get to go with friends, and I'm just really pumped about it. So that's what I need today. I need to be outside. I need to connect with my breath and just check in with myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set alarms on my Fitbit to buzz every 2 to 3 hours. That feels really good. I have a knot in my back, that shoulder blade. But every 2 to 3 hours, I'm going to check in with myself to breathe and just see what I need. So for me, it's just being outside in nature. It's to have fun, to go easy. And a desire for me is to just be like, to joyfully be in alignment with my soul. And one of the things is putting it like with a nice, like, I love. So like, I love being, or I am joyfully in alignment with my soul. Yeah, with my soul. An I statement already in the present just feels really good to do. To just have something I can say to myself all day, and it just helps bring me back. And it's something that I breathe in when my Fitbit beeps. I can just breathe in. I am joyfully in alignment with my soul. And then I breathe out gunk, whatever is there, any like fears or negative anything. And then from there, I go into inspired actions. What am I going to do today? What am I excited about? Live music, laughing, being outside, journaling tonight, a guided practice tonight with my desire of I am joyfully in alignment with myself. I love to close my days with a therapeutic meditation practice. It's a guided meditation that I record them for myself, for my clients, and then I listen to them at night when I go to sleep, because they work on our subconscious as well as our conscious. So even if we don't hear everything all at once, it's something that is healing and helps us shift those limiting beliefs too, of this all or nothing. So in the mornings, I like to connect with myself, identify what is going on in my brain. What am I trying to shift? I connect with my breath throughout the day. Sometimes I take a nap and do a guided practice. Then in the evenings, I do a therapeutic meditation practice as I'm going to sleep, to kind of clear out all the other stuff during the day and to just reset myself over the evening for the next day. So yeah. In a nutshell, this is what I do every morning and evening, and it's been life-changing and loving. And then I say a prayer at the end. And we can do that together if you'd like. And today we're just talking to anything bigger than ourselves, higher levels, whether you believe in God, Buddha, Mother Nature, the universe, your soul. And today I am ready and accepting of where I am today, and open and curious as to what you have planned for me, any guidance or inspiration that you have for me. I'm open to receiving it, and just receiving your help along the way as I go through my day. Thank you for being here for me. And that's it. If you journaled along with me, or you just checked in with yourself along, I hope this helped. And I'm hoping to do a free class on all of this the end of this month. So just stay tuned, and I will see you next week. Bye.